Hello world, this is ComputerHeat, and just live casting a couple more games, and now we got one between Spanky and VIPUKS, so this should be fun to see. VIPUKS, I believe, is from Lithuania, and Spanky, I think, is from Estonia, so we got two guys. But, you know, they're probably practically neighbors, and, yeah. Let's tab over, make sure I got everything properly turned on. Yep, mic is on, and recording so that I don't have to deal with Twitch's crap when it mutes all of the videos on demand because we were listening to some like Dirty South booty rap before this, which brings me back to my days of growing up in Atlanta and hearing that stuff all the time on the radio. So Spanky is charging straight for the strong house in the middle of the map, and probably just, I don't know if he's going to camp this out or if he's going to, oh, getting aggressive. Thought he maybe just try to hold on to that and deny it to his opponent. So the truck is going on a bit of a scouting expedition. I'm not totally sure. Everybody has different things they like to do with the truck on this map. There's so many little fences and other obstacles to jump over that one of the very nice things to do as OKW is to just smash down smash down the fences near your retreat point. Make life a little easier for you when you inevitably need to run away at some point, or give you guys easier access to the map. I know that Jezelin just put out a guide for Kalani Winter, I believe, recently, and yeah, he was saying that, you know, if you're playing left side of the map, just take your truck as OKW and smash down a couple of you know, these specific spots. He's so detailed in putting together the guides. They're really great resources. Saying like smash down this fence and these two bushes, and it'll make your first squad get on the field this much faster. It's that kind of level of detail that I really like to see from the top level players. You know, that much thought put into the games. I'll point out that Spanky is also a strategist as well, and also a map maker. So, don't know as much about VIPUKS, except that he is a good player, and actually I'm hoping to do a 2v2 involving cast a 2v2 of his soonish. Really early ambulance from VIPUKS. I'm surprised to see that, and he's already picked the commander. He's gone for infantry company, so we might see some M1919 light machine guns, perfect for slaying the Bosch and keeping the King of England off of your back. And battle group headquarters in a pretty conservative location from Spanky. That'll let him hold on to map control a little bit easier. Wow, really shoot mine. I don't know if he saw the ambulance and then decided he was safe, spending some of his munitions a little earlier than he otherwise might have. And we got a commander pick from him as well. He's gone for the ever popular fortifications commander. I'm actually a little surprised that it took fortifications as long as it did to become as popular as it now is, because I mean, it was actually one of the first things that I ever got out of War Spoils, and I was like, holy shit, this commander looks OP as fuck. And yeah, that's pretty damn good. Nice bit of harassment from VIPUKS's rear echelon troops. They chased off, I don't know if they chased off or just managed to avoid one of Spanky's Volksgrenadier squads for a while. I was having these volley fire earlier, and they've been just constantly on the field until being forced off right now. So, I didn't see if Spanky drove his truck through here, but I guess he must have. So 3 Volksgrenadiers and a machine gun from Spanky. And for a moment there, I thought I got the names of the players reversed, as I often do. VIPUKS is... Oh! Oh, I clicked back just in time to see the mine. That's nice. But I see VIPUKS doesn't retreat his rifle squad. He just moves them a little bit closer. Moves them and the ambulance a little bit closer together to keep up his field presence. And yeah, another machine gun out for Spanky. So this can be quite a good map for OKW. We'll see what VIPUKS does to try to respond to what will probably be a real, like, probably some pretty campy play from Spanky. Oh god. Oh, these rifles are in trouble. I mean, even if yeah, they're not going to get the benefit of the healing out of the ambulance while they're in combat. And nice move by Spanky to move the Stern Pioneers right up here next to the house as the riflemen are firing out the other side onto the Volks Grenadiers that were in green cover. VIPUKS has managed to lower the fuel point at the top, and I don't think he's going to be able to capture it before these rear echelons are chased off. They're very, very low health. So are the Volks Grenadiers. And now VIPUKS is going for a really aggressive cutoff move. It's going to disconnect Spanky from all of his high resource points. But I just mixed up the names again, didn't I? Whatever. VIPUKS has come back out, chased off those pesky Volks Grenadiers, and he'll get that territory reconnected lickety-split. Looks like Spanky's going to be able to get both of the fuels under his control, so we might see something like like an 8-minute tier 4. Oh! Which VIPUKS will have a really hard time dealing with. He's been bleeding manpower quite badly. Let's see if he is... He's going for a captain. That's interesting. You almost always see a lieutenant against OKW, although in the recent COH2.org $1,000 tournament, I cast a game together with Iceman Joker. It's Love Nest versus Symbiosis. It was game 2 of that series, and Symbiosis went captain, maybe went lieutenant captain against, no, I think he ended up getting all of the tiers against Love Nest's OKW, and it worked quite well. It was a really good game. Back to this game, Spanky's got his, does he have? Yeah, so he does have his new truck. It looks like it's moving into position. It's starting to set up as the Schwer Panzer headquarters over near the cutoff that connects into fuel. And rear echelon squad is just bullying these, bullying some Volks Grenadiers. Captain's going to jump up into the strong house in the center. Riflemen getting pushed around. Oh, they're taking a lot of damage. I don't know why they got into this house. That could be a death sentence if they don't get out immediately and retreat back to base. Thankfully, Spanky was kind enough to knock down the fences that will normally make that a bit of a challenge. And, oh! That earlier mine gets tripped. VIPUKS pushing really hard to try to push off the MG34, but I think it's probably... Oh no, looks like it may not escape. Losing that would be quite a headache. Oh, 3 squads shooting at it. Is it really going to escape? No, it isn't. Spanky flipped another machine gun to try to suppress and stop the steal, but it looks like the captain may go in and take it for himself. Let's see. Sometimes you get weird things like a machine gun manned by a whole bunch of guys with Thompsons. Depending on which members of the squad, of an officer squad, pick up the machine gun. Cast a game. It was on. Just together with Ipkai Fung. I don't remember exactly who the players were. War Boss and the Doc is in maybe. We had the U.S. player ended up having a machine gun crewed by like 5 lieutenants. It looked pretty ridiculous. It cost a freaking fortune to reinforce. So VIPUKS has saved up his munitions and is now getting himself light machine guns on his rifle squads. Those are really, really strong, and they're actually pretty bugged at the moment. There's some really nasty tricks you can do with them, which I'm not going to necessarily talk about on a live Twitch stream. Suffice it to say that, yeah. it's a bug that hopefully will be addressed in the upcoming bug patch. And by addressed, I mean fixed. So, first Obersoldaten squad is coming out, and the Schwerpanzer headquarters, as it is wont to do, shooting beyond its projected range. Oh my god, it might actually kill these rear echelon squad. They do retreat just in the nick of time. But, as long as VIPUKS can keep his squads out of line of sight, the Schwerpanzer headquarters won't shoot at them. It doesn't have a attack ground function. Oh, so we got a use of the what's it called? Defensive stance, which make the riflemen. Does this give them defensive bonuses? I thought it just made them suppress. Okay, improved cover and accuracy. What do you know? Yeah, I thought it just added suppression to their weapons, but it makes them a bit stronger as well. Yeah, you can see just how much damage they're doing at long range against these VIPUKS grenadiers. The VIPUKS, oh, nearly capped the point. I think it may actually have been worth it just to finish the extra second there to capture that point, because it'd be very, very hard for VIPUKS to get that back once again. VIPUKS is getting himself a Stuart, a pack howitzer, and a rifle squad. What's his captain? His captain's at the base. He should just have it come over and use the what is it called? Supervise ability to make those units build even more quickly. The Stuart's now out, and Stuart is an unusual unit. As anti-infantry, it's really not that great. I've seen some pretty cool usage of it in 2v2s. But if the game goes really, really long and you end up with Stuart and like Jacksons, it can be pretty awesome if you can actually manage the fancy micro to get a couple of what are they called? Point blank engine shots and shell shocks. Yeah, there was a recently fixed bug that allowed the Stuart to just constantly use the stun shell, which would like render any vehicle totally useless. Oh, I don't see this machine gun lasting. It's just getting shot down from the front, and even if it did manage to set up the VIPUKS grenadiers, could just throw a grenade on it. In terms of anti-tank, Spanky's got himself a VIPUKS grenadier with a Panzer Schreck, and I wonder if he's going to build himself a Pack 43. Probably not, since there's time on target artillery available to VIPUKS, so the time on target artillery is really, really bad. I don't even know if it can reliably kill a Pack 43. I know major artillery can't reliably kill a Pack 43. I've had major artillery fall on my Pack 43, and even with shots connecting, failed to even clear it. Oh man, Stuart is getting ballsy getting this close, and see the pack howitzer is using its barrage. Oh, Stern Pioneers die. That's a nice win right there. Spanky's gonna either have to get himself a new squad of Stern Pioneers if he wants any kind of repairs, or get himself a repair truck. But he doesn't have any vehicles. And Spanky's actually in a bit of trouble right now. His battle group headquarters, if he doesn't get something over here to stop this attack, it's going to lose it. The Rakettenwerfer doesn't even have a line on the truck. Well, it has a line on the truck, it doesn't have a line on the Stuart. And the captain's laying in some bazooka rounds as well. The Obersoldaten are going to chase them off, however. Right? Wow, battle group headquarters taking a ton of damage. And the, I don't even know what cleared the Rakettenwerfer. Pack howitzer looks like it's probably about to start firing its barrage again over here. You can tell the difference between the barrage and the normal strike, because it actually has like quite a different explosive. Whoa, there we go. I believe it's not just a cosmetic difference. Wow, vet 2 on this Stuart, but will it be able to get away before the? Yes, indeed it does. Holy crap! This pack howitzer somehow actually has no kills. I guess it's the Stuart that's been doing all the damage. MG34 firing on MG34 together with the pack howitzer and the LMG squad. Yeah, it's gonna be forced to retreat. I'm surprised he didn't just get killed. And the Schwer Panzer headquarters is now probably going to be the next target, although it's able to deal with the Stuart pretty reliably. Holy shit! This is by far the most effective anti-infantry usage of a Stuart I've ever seen. That's fun to see. VIPUKS, in the meantime, has managed to take back the majority of the map. Spanky's still got his still has munitions point under his control, but good on VIPUKS. He's going to go take that down. Oh, big hit from the pack howitzer. Gets it its first couple of kills. Or that's not true. Oh, once it gets up to Vet 1, it can start using the high explosive barrage, or not high explosive. It can start using the white phosphorus barrage, which in conjunction with the Stuart could be quite nasty. Now that there's no battle group headquarters. Keep moving back. Wow, new squad of Stern Pioneers gets killed as they retreat. And man, everything is just collapsing here for Spanky. VIPUKS is just showing the kind of aggression that it takes. Oh boy, that's really bad. Spanky lost a Panzerschreck. He still has one Panzerschreck left, but he doesn't have enough munitions to get himself another one. Yeah, he's only got 56, and he's lost both munitions points. And this is why I feel that munitions, putting the pressure really powerfully on munitions against OKW can really pay off. An early vehicle, and Stuart not so much. That this one hasn't great. 30 kills, that's insane. I don't even know what its I don't even know what its veterancy is. Vet 1 increased sight range. Vet 2 increased rate of fire and accuracy. He's got the ambulance moved up in an extremely aggressive position. Captain's harassing around at the top, but gets laid out in his belly by the Schwer Panzer headquarters. Oh, these rear echelon troops, they need to retreat. I wonder if VIPUKS will put light machine guns on them as well. We have time on target artillery on this house, really. This is like the worst house in the game. Right. Might end up hitting the captain as well. doesn't even clear the house. Captain lowering the fuel point. Spanky's just backed into a corner. VIPUKS is free to do pretty much whatever he likes at this point. He's gotten himself a major. That's a really good pick. And I suspect we're going to see some Shermans would be awesome right now. He's got enough. I think he can start purchasing one right now, can't he? Yeah. So he can afford a Sherman. It'd be really good to see him get one of those. He's got enough fuel right now, and he may actually go for a priest. Okay, he is going for a priest. Once again, some non-meta play. You know what? I like Spanky. Spanky's a good guy, and he's a good OKW player. But it's nice watching the someone playing according to the meta just getting absolutely face stomped. Major. The recon flight from the major is called in, and oh no, the Stuart died. Oh, what a bummer. I think I don't know how many kills that had, like 35. Oh! First shot from the priest. One shots the MG34, as it'll do. And I'm not sure why he's having it fired there and rather than on the Schwer Panzer headquarters. Spanky's getting himself a Panther. Starting to expand out a little bit. The VIPUKS Grenadiers are taking the munitions point at the bottom, although they're not actually going to get any benefit from that. It's just going to be denying resources to VIPUKS. In order to actually get any benefit from having the having that munitions point, Spanky would need to control this territory also. VIPUKS Grenadiers are chased on back to base. Spanky nearly has enough munitions to get himself another squad of Panzerschrecks. Oh boy, this old bug once again. Okay, good. Most of the squad has now gotten away from the dead body. I guess they're just afraid of it. And VIPUKS could be in a bit of trouble once this Panther appears. He doesn't have any answer to it, and it's going to be able to push around everything that he's got. VIPUKS could get himself an AT gun, I suppose, but he's a long way off from being able to afford a Jackson, and even then, like a solitary Jackson against a... oh! That could have been a lot worse. Oh my god! Oh, wow. I thought the priest had a little bit more health than that. Takes a bandit, takes the shot from a from the Rakettenwerfer, and from a and from the Panther, and yeah, main gun destroyed immediately. So this squad actually has a Panzer Shrek. I didn't see that on there until they fired it a moment ago, and this Panther's going to have to rely on its superior frontal armor as it backs away into the base. Oh boy, I think VIPUKS is running into his own artillery. He needs to pull back. What is he doing? Alright. Very good. Obersoldaten running away from the LMGs on the on the rifle squad. That MG34 is dropped by the Obersoldaten, but unless VIPUKS can put some smoke down, he's not going to be able to claim that for himself, although it looks like he's going to try. Yeah, immediately suppressed. They're going to get either annihilated or pinned before they can get close and pick that up. He really doesn't want Spanky to be able to pick it up with his Volksgrenadiers, and he is able to claim it. Whoa! What? Wow! the captain just exploded. Poor guy. Dropped his bazooka, giving that to the Volksgrenadiers. Fools, picking up the inferior American weaponry. Oh. Pack Howitzer gets a nice shot on the Volksgrenadiers, and they retreat on back to base. So Spanky is beginning to stabilize a bit, and yeah, I think that getting the priest was probably a bit of a mistake while the tier 4 was still up. If he'd managed to destroy that, he could have been okay. Spanky's getting himself a Lukes as well, and while he's hurting really badly for infantry, he does have a victory point under his control, and that's going to let him hold out longer against VIPUKS's superior army. And given enough time, he's definitely going to be able to push out. Jackson is nearly complete. Lukes has arrived. Panther's fixed back up, and there's a pack howitzer barrage going in on the base. I don't know if that's firing anymore. I heard one more shot fire. Maybe not. Maybe so. Oh, that didn't do so much damage for having such a pretty explosion. Alright, what do we got going on? Lukes is going to go try to put the kibosh on this map harassment. This is the squad with the Panzer Shrek. They've taken a lot of damage, but they get off an AT grenade. They're going to be able to put a bit of hurt on this Lukes. Puma comes up, so that's going to be able to protect it from the Jackson. And my game froze for like 2 seconds. Whatever. Oh, Jackson takes a ton of damage. He's going to need to back away. Let's get a nice frontal penetration on the Panther. And Spanky doesn't want to get too bold with it. He needs to keep that thing alive. That's going to help him stay in this game. Oh boy, you really don't want your squads clumped up like this. I'm just picturing both weapon teams going down to a grenade. And you really don't ever want to lose any men on a pack howitzer. It's bugged at the moment in terms of its reinforced cost. So they are extremely, extremely expensive to reinforce the crew on pack howitzers. Also, just takes forever for them to get any vet. So, and that thing does become quite good once it gets enough vet on it. Oh, ambulance destroyed. What you get for using those ugly Western Front Army skins. So, VIPUKS is getting himself another ambulance, and still has a pretty healthy fuel income, so I'm wondering if he will complement his complement his Jackson with a Sherman as he gets the opportunity. Oh, Panther fires at the wrong unit. Jackson's trying to get away to safety, but there's really nowhere for it to run. VIPUKS doesn't have an AT gun, so it's not like that's going to save him. AT grenade not fired by the riflemen. Looks like they're trying to pursue. Ended up taking too many casualties. And Jackson, gets another big hit. This is pretty dicey. And VIPUKS is going to try to play it safe. If he is aware that this Luke's is back here, he could maybe shoot through this hedge. I don't know if that's one of the indestructible hedgerows or not. Some of them you can shoot through and some you can't. Spanky taking back the munitions on the south, and this time he'll actually get some benefit from it. And 161 VPs left for him versus double that number for VIPUKS. Spanky's still got this VP under his control. He needs to hold on to that. The Lukes will allow him to do that. I hear the pack howitzer firing. Looks like it's on the headquarters. Let's see what happens up here. Yep. Lukes chases off the riflemen. They retreat before taking any casualties. And looks like they're heading to a major rally point over by the new ambulance. Boom, says the Pack Howie. Pack Howie still only got 6 kills. I wonder if he'll just use it to start barraging the Sheriff Panzer headquarters at some point. I mean, could just have it start using attack ground where he knows the Sheriff Panzer headquarters is, and as long as he's connecting, as long as his shots are connecting onto it, he'll be getting vet, even if he is never able to take it down. Obersoldaten are beginning to roll in for Spanky. I guess he was floating a bit of manpower, and yeah, that will definitely definitely help with the stabilization issue. VIPUKS is retreating some riflemen back. You should really put some light machine guns on them, help them fight the Obersoldaten once they come out. And a new Jackson is out on the field. Jackson fires harmlessly into some trees. Yep. Oh, his rifleman just getting torn up by that Luke's. Jackson gets an angle on it, but shoots into the ground, and the Panther's coming up to try to flank. New Jackson is out. It gets a nice big hit on the rear armor of the Panther. Turret rotation is proving to be an issue for these Jacksons. Ow, another big hit. Oh, the Panther is not going to try to go for the kill. This Jackson kills it, and even if you were to lose that to the Rakettenwerfer, yeah, it's still a fair trade. Take that trade any day. Jackson for a Panther. I hear artillery coming down somewhere. I'm not sure where. On the VP. Okay. Defensive stance used by VIPUKS' riflemen, and they are suppressing and doing a lot of damage to these Obersoldaten, who also get hit by the pack howitzer and are forced to retreat. Spanky still has a good fuel income, 130 almost. He's going to be, you know, a couple of minutes before he can get himself another Panther, and the Jacksons are going to have free reign against the. Yeah, why no LMGs? I don't get it. Jacksons have free reign against the Lukes in the meantime. That Panther is really not something that Spanky could afford to lose. Will we see a Desperation Pack 43 go in? I really doubt it when there's a pack howitzer on the field and the time on target artillery and the possibility of priests. Oh, these rifles are, yeah, dead. Not just in trouble. MG34 needs to reposition, and the ambulance should probably just run away. The bad spot. Oh, machine guns at risk of going down. Riflemen should be able to escape without any issue. Ambulance number 2 is destroyed. That's I mean, I know ambulances aren't expensive, but it's definitely not fuel expense that you want to be spending again as the game's going on, especially when you're trying to outproduce your opponent in terms of vehicles. If he hadn't lost that ambulance before, he could have gotten himself that second Jackson a little earlier, or Panther, whatever he likes. Okay, there we go. Another light machine gun out. Another rifle squad going in, harassing a bit on the south of the map, it looks like. And pack howitzer now up to Vet 2, and we'll try to protect the base. I can't see the reinforced cost on it here, which is too bad. So I'm looking at the... Alright, no, that doesn't do it either. Spanky's managed to flip the map back into his control, and he nearly has enough for a new Panther, so he's got enough fuel now, and I suspect we'll see him call that in momentarily. Jackson's coming forward, perhaps, to try to deal with the Lukes. And VIPUKS has lost quite a bit of his army, it looks like. Spanky is quite strong. The couple of Oversoldaten, and it's really a shame now that he doesn't have a Sherman or some kind of dedicated anti-tank vehicle again. Hell, even the Stuart would be fine against them. I liked that Stuart. I'm sorry it died. Yeah, this is what riflemen are not supposed to be able to do with defensive stance. You're not supposed to be able to turn that on while they're in combat. It's supposed to only be when they're out of combat that you can do that. Oh, Luke dies, and that's going to, well, that's going to limit the usefulness of the Panther. It's nice having the two of them in conjunction with one another, and he's getting himself an M8A1, so I guess he's doing exactly what I had hoped that he would. Uh-oh, looks like a Volksgrenadier squad died, and the machine gun's in danger of going down as well. As it retreats, pack howitzer packs up to go away. And these rifles should probably just retreat. Although they may manage to suppress the Volksgrenadiers, or Oversoldaten. I don't think so, however. Oh, grenades from VIPUKS. I did not see those get researched earlier. One thing the grenades allow you to do for the U.S. When you're U.S. is you get the access to the smoke grenades, which of course can let you block line of sight to machine guns and the like. But another thing you can do with the smoke grenades is if you throw them on top of an enemy vehicle, it'll make the vehicle go at I think it's half speed, and it becomes unable to fire its main guns. It's quite useful using that on a Panther. So just throw that into any vehicle and just have all of your vehicles attack ground into the smoke, or you know, it's possible they'll even still be able to see the vehicle. Nice snare right there that also not only slows down the movement but also stops any it's funny, it's a major squad without a major in it. Yeah, we'll see if VIPUKS does that. If you watch Romeo's stream, he does that all the time. It can be quite good. M8A1, extremely squishy, but great against things like Oversoldaten and any kind of team weapon, or really just any kind of infantry at all. Oversoldaten may... If Spanky's unlucky, they're going to get wiped here on retreat by the M8A1. Where's the Panther? Panther needs to come up. An end to this. An end to these shenanigans. One hit onto the M8A1. See if these riflemen will... Are they going to use smoke on it? They don't have rifle grenades, or they don't have the AT rifle grenades, so they can't do that. A new Lukes is in production, so clearly that's the army composition that Spanky wants. It's quite good. Particularly once there's an M8A1 out. Spanky's taken a lot of damage onto his infantry. Somehow Spanky, during all this time, has managed to triple cap VIPUKS and get him down to below 200 VPs. Oversoldaten retreating on back to base, and we have a pack howitzer barrage somewhere. I don't know where. One thing to note is that Spanky doesn't have any healing because he hasn't rebuilt his battle group headquarters. He can conceivably use the med boxes that his Vet 1 Storm Pioneers can put down, but and because he's lost a lot of his vetted squads, he only has one squad that's capable of healing itself passively, which is this squad of Volksgrenadiers that are running away. Oversoldaten are in a fight they cannot win, and they just retreat. Good move. Kettenwerfen in the house, and the Major, yeah, he's trying to Tom Hanks it with his 45, but he needs to retreat. Thankfully, he's got Kevlar sewn into his overcoat, so as he high steps it on back to base, he's actually going to make it. BP control swings back into VIPUKS' favor, and here more shots in the pack howitzer going out. So before I was saying how pleased I was to see someone do some, you know, beat up on the to beat oh god on meta OKW playing the meat game, but I have to say that VIPUKS has kind of been abusing the M1919s, so not so pleased to see that. Abusing the defensive stance bug. That said, Spanky's got the perfect counter for that in the form of this Luke's. Defensive stance doesn't really help you against one of them. Wow, Spanky's lost all of his Volksgrenadiers. We definitely saw that one squad get blowed up by the grenade in the middle. I don't know what happened to the others, and Spanky is really hurting from manpower right now. Without any Volksgrenadiers, he's not going to have the Panzerschreck support for his tanks. Just going to let these Jacksons be very, very aggressive. We have another Jackson in production at the moment. There's a Rakettenwerfer. It's up to Vet 2, but it may end up getting killed right now, though. Should be able to get away. Yeah. Looks like pack howitzers firing into the center. Oversoldaten are up on the flank. They could try to get in and deal some damage to the pack howitzer. They are going to have to worry about this M8A1. They're very vulnerable to it, and they can do absolutely nothing about it. And they just had to retreat. They're also vulnerable to getting squished by the Jackson, since they don't have any kind of anti-tank grenade or Panzerfaust that can damage its engine. Spanky's now down below 100 VPs, and once again his army's been attrited. Is that how you say that word? Quite badly. Struggling to get back. Oh, too bad he's not salvaging this wreck. Oh, nasty hit on the Oversoldaten, kills one member of the squad, and this Rakettenwerfer is just getting absolutely suicidal. I don't know if the Panther's getting ready to take a dive. MG34 is cleared, so the Rakettenwerfer is going to have a couple extra shots that it can fire before it gets cleared out by the M8A1. Pack howitzer as well kills the crew. The gun is nearly destroyed. Now it's just waiting for VIPUKS to come pick it up and claim it for himself. Yeah, riflemans, you're not supposed to be able to do that. It's not playing by Hoyle. First dent finally goes into the building in the center of the map. Such a strong building. Nearly impossible to destroy this thing. Oh, lots and lots of damage goes in on the Jackson. Taking shots in the rear armor from the Lukes, but now the Panther is stuck a bit behind enemy lines. Oh, goes down to the Jackson. Yep. The Panther's probably the scariest thing to a Jackson. Well, apart from like 3 squads of Volks Grenadiers with Vet 5 Volks Grenadiers with Panzer Shrek suddenly popping out from around a corner. But you really need the Jackson, or the you really need the Panther to get up to higher levels of Vet before it becomes truly scary. Wow, recruited Stern Pioneers, that is expensive. But Spanky's clearly desperate to get VPs back under his control. I believe he's still got an MG34 guarding the top of the map. And these machine guns are gonna struggle while there's all this indirect fire. All this indirect fire from VIPUKS. Now we can see how much it costs to reinforce. 40 to reinforce one of those. But yeah, the Scott, and which I believe is not being repaired. The Scott and the Vet 3 pack howitzer are just gonna rip these machine guns to bits and blast Rakettenwerfers to pieces, apparently. Spanky is now at 41 minutes into the game, forced to rebuild Volksgrenadier squads. He's left with an Obersoldaten, a Volksgrenadier, 2 machine guns, and a supply truck. And now his Schwerer Panzer headquarters is under attack. There's nothing Spanky can do against this. He's upgrading a Panzer truck right now. But even if he does get that up, these are Vet 0 Volksgrenadiers taking a lot of damage as they're being shot at by the rifleman, the light machine gun. And whoa, I thought for sure they were going to get killed by that shot. And Spanky is now down to, oh, he does have a battle group headquarters once again. I mean, he can try to get himself some Panzer Shreks and maybe get a what is it called? And maybe get himself a Jagdpanzer. But with only 58 VPs left, and with all of the strong anti-infantry that VIPUKS has, I don't see this going back in his direction for the remainder of the game. Howitzer is sadly missing. He doesn't know that there's a new battle group headquarters. Wanted to see lots of little pieces of dudes flying around. Spanky makes a face. And now we got the Vet 3 Major turning the sector orange. That's why is it only this part of this sector? What is he actually locking down? At Vet 3, if the Major sets up in a territory sector, he locks it so the enemy can't get it under control, which is supposed to be useful in some larger sectors, but or some particularly crazy ones like this sector. But oh boy. Let me see, the 3rd ambulance destroyed this game. Yep, that's one of the features of the Major. You pretty much never see used in any interesting capacity. Aww, what was that? I guess it was probably a Rakettenwerfer. Wow, this house looks really cool when it gets destroyed.
Enemy down to 100 points.
Spanky has actually managed to get victory points under his control. I believe he's getting hit by the Priest again, but the Priest is firing way too far. He's done a bit of damage to the command headquarters. He hasn't gotten a single kill yet, as far as I can tell. Yeah, nothing. Spanky is fortunate that VIPUKS doesn't know about the existence of this battle group headquarters. And Spanky's got to get himself more Volks Grenadiers, who I just see getting cut down. I don't know, I guess he's just gotta hope that, I don't know, that VIPUKS goes AFK or something. Otherwise he's just forced to push into the middle, and, you know, granted the Obersoldaten are strong, but he's facing a lot that he's having difficulty dealing with the indirect fire, in particular the Scott and the pack howitzer. That hurts. Oh man, M8A1, so beast. Yep. And Spanky's left with almost no army. He only has one veteran C star among all of his 3 squads. And at this point, I think that VIPUKS probably could actually go AFK and still win. Still, Spanky's not giving up. I like to see that. See, like, guts in a player. Oh, that's where the howitzer was firing. Oh, poor little guy. He ain't got no legs no mo. I can't believe that grenade didn't work. Nice move by Spanky. You know, once you're down to almost no man's left in your army, it does get to be a little bit easier to micro them, dodge grenades and the like. Yeah, cleared from the front, and Spanky's got 8 guys left in his army, 5 guys left in his army. Good game, well played. That was a good game. I like watching that one. So, I am going to decide quickly. So I've got it in me to do another game. Might have a chow down on an apple or something, and then bring one more. Yeah. Here comes some more music. Thanks for watching, everybody. Computer Heat.